So look at that. My box shrunk or it moved over. Boo earns. Okay, I'll have to fix that. Okay. We're smart people. We can figure it out. All right, so ambiguous case trigonometry is did you guys remember when I said that I like to do these? Because then I don't have to digitally draw a triangle. Remember I said that last week? I said that I hate drawing triangles digitally, so I usually give it to you this way. The trouble is that when I give it to you this way, there is a possibility that we all won't draw the triangle the same way, okay? Or there's a possibility that there might be two different solutions, one solution or no solution. Oh, do you feel like that's a theme of this course? Two solutions, one solution, no solutions? I feel like it is. Okay, so here's the deal. Is when I give you a triangle, when I give you two sides, so two sides and one angle. Two sides and one angle, there may be more than one possible triangle that can be drawn. So it's really important that we all are on the same page of how to solve this. So there's four possible options. One unique triangle. We did that in 2.3, okay? We did one unique triangle in 2.3. Easy peasy, we didn't get too complicated. You guys were good with that. Then here are your three options. So you might have a right angle triangle, a triangle that can be drawn two different ways. So essentially you have, this is your two solutions. And then this one, no solution. You can't actually draw a triangle from the information that I've given you. Okay, so first thing we have to do is if I haven't given you the picture of the triangle, you have to test for what option your triangle is. So if you have no picture, you must do this. Okay, so I say so a lot is what I'm realizing as I sit here listening to myself. I thought I had a green one in this. Oh, I do. Okay, sorry, getting the new pens out. Here's the deal. Remember I talked about earmuffs? Do you guys remember that? The matching set, I called them earmuffs. So your matching set in this formula, and do you guys remember what I mean by matching set? Matching set. So it's the matching set of the side and angle. Oh, sorry, I wrote right off the page for you guys. So in this situation, the matching set is always denoted by A and lowercase a. Oh, what did I say about this guy? Oh my goodness. I tell you, it's a Monday. Last Monday we lost our internet. This Monday, my computer's just, it's having a time. Okay, so don't get too caught up in the letters because sometimes I won't use A, B, C, D, E. I will use X, Y, Z, right? Like, so the matching set in this situation is always referred to as a capital A, small a, okay? So as long as you guys know that your matching set in this situation is referred to as A. So if side A is greater than side B, so my matching set side is greater than the other side given, you've got one solution, you go right on to 2.3. So that's the 2.3 lesson, that one here. Okay, so matching, oh, I don't think I can write this small. Matching set side, that is A. The matching, look, Chris, I need you to come up and do this for me. So the matching set side is A. So if your matching set is labeled X, then you just would substitute in the letter X here. So the matching set side A is greater than B. We just go ahead and do sign law from less than 2.3. Easy peasy. Okay, but this is where it gets difficult. If matching set side A is less than B, we have to figure out what we're dealing with. So you have to fill in this information. We'll talk about this in a second. I'll show you how I do it. And then I like to throw this picture in here because if you have a two solution triangle, this is what happens. So see this arm right here? That one here. So it can essentially swing in to make that little triangle, or it can swing out to make the bigger triangle. So your two triangles are the skinny one here. And then if you swung that arm out, it would still be this side, but all of the base and that. So your two triangles would be the skinny little yellow one and then the big green one. Now there's a third triangle in there. This one right here. And the red one is a helping triangle.
I'm confused.
Perfect. What are you confused about, Danica?
So, is that the unique triangle?
No, this is the two solution triangle.
How do you know which one?
You have to figure this out. I'm going to show you how to do it in a second. So we're gonna do our first example.
No, like how do you know which one's the helping one?
The helping one is inside here. Let me work through an example and it might make a little bit more sense to you. Okay, she's turned off her mic. All right, so let's get to examples. Example numero uno. Okay, solve for the missing information of triangle ABC. Okay, so something I know about this, I have to solve the triangle. So I have to solve for all the missing information. I know my vertices are ABC. Angle A is 30, side A is 4, and B is 3. This one's nice because I set it up with the correct letters. I think I did that for all my examples, which is going to be kind of a pain. I should have messed it up. Okay, so here's the thing. Can you guys always do this? Please follow my lead. So when I go to draw this triangle, first of all, I can't just draw this triangle. I'm not in 2.3 anymore. So I have to stop for a second and I got to think about what I'm doing. I have to figure out how many triangles I have or what type of triangles. So I look at A and B. So which one is the matching set? A, right, because it's got its angle with it. So is A greater than B or less than B? Greater. So then I hop to my formula sheet. And if A is greater than B, there's only one unique solution. So this we hop back to 2.3. So A is greater than B, so it's one unique solution. So that means I'm going back to lesson 2.3. Everybody good with that? And that's really all I had to do. I just had to check my chart. That's exciting. So sometimes it's that easy, so we can go back to 2.3. Here's my advice to you. Your matching set, always put your angle in the left. So 30 and 4. And then your other side is going to go here. And I would always suggest you set up the triangle that way. And you guys are like, but B comes next and I should put it at the top. But if this were a two solution triangle, it would be side A that would swing. So 4 would swing in or it would stay out. Okay, so it's like on a hinge. So C would go up here. So what I would suggest to you is your matching side always goes here and here. And then your other side is going to be right there. because this side does not move, does not change. It's static. Okay, so this is just basic sine law, so we can go ahead and we're going to solve for the other stuff that we need. What would you solve for first? Angle B, easiest one to solve for. So my set is side of 4 over sine of 30 equals 3 over sine B. I'm going to cross multiply. You guys are going to love this because I'm going to do it all in one step. Okay, so the next step to this is sine negative 1.
Wait.
What? Wait, what?
Wait.
What do you... what am I waiting for? This is Friday's lesson. Was it Friday's lesson? Yeah, it was.
But I don't... Okay, wait. When you cross multiplied,
Yeah.
what?
So I'm going to bring this to this level, and I'm going to bring this to this level. So I will have 4 times sine, not sim, sine B equals 3 times sine 30.
Where's the 4 then?
Look at what I just wrote down.
I don't...
Are you looking at the screen when you ask me these questions?
Yes.
Okay, good. So where's my 4? It's right there.
Oh, like on the other one.
So I want to get sine B by itself, so how do I get rid of the 4? Divide both sides by 4. And I'm left with sine B equals 3 times sine 30 over 4. Okay, she's muted her mic. Danica, are you okay? She's not talking to me now. I'm sorry, Danica. So I'm using my handy dandy calculator, make sure I'm in degrees. So I'm going to do second function sine 3 times sine 30. Divide by 4, close my big bracket. Okay, good job, everybody. E is equal to 22 degrees. And if you're not comfortable doing the cross multiplying, do this step. Like put this step in if that makes more sense to you. Then go ahead and do that. I just did it for brevity and to get quicker at it because we've got a lot to cover today. So what I know, Xander, don't do this, is this angle here is 22 degrees. Okay, what's angle C? 128. We don't have to do any sine law or anything like that to do 128. It's just angle C is going to be 180 minus 30 minus 22. So 128. So I'm just going to box in my answers. So this is 128 there. What other piece of information do I need? Side C. So I need this side there. So now that I know angle C, it's pretty easy to solve for. So I'm going to do a new one. I'm just going to box that off so you guys can see it. So now I'm still using my matching set of 4 and sine 30. And I'm going to use side C, which I don't know, over sine of 128. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and cross multiply. So I'm going to have 4 times sine of 128. I'll write this step in for you, Danica, so you don't yell at me. And as you practice this, it will get better. And I know I go fast in my notes, and that's hard. So I'm just dividing both sides by sine 30 so I can isolate the letter C. So I'm going to go ahead and do that all in my calculator. So 4 times sine of 128 is that. I'm going to divide it by sine of 30. And so I'm going to, and we always round to 2 decimal places, so 6.30. And that's units, because I don't think there's any units on this. So I have solved for all the missing pieces of this triangle. I would prefer that you do not write the answers in a triangle that you drew. I'd prefer that you list them or box them in. And the reason why is because when you get to your 2 solution triangle, it's going to be so tight in there, it's going to be really hard to read. So I'm asking that you box them or put them in a list somewhere neatly. Okay, is everybody good with that? All right, so let's talk about triangle ABC in example 2. Angle A is still 30. As you can see, I was getting really creative. Side A is 2 and side B is 3. So now A is less than B, so check. You got to check the possibilities here. So it's not, I just can't hop to one solution or anything like that. So I'm now here on this. So if A is less than B, there's 3 possibilities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this. This piece right here, I'm going to write this in. Not with that sign though, not with the inequality in it. So I'm going to put A and then a fluffy cloud and then B times sine of A. And a fluffy cloud. Hey, just go with me on this one. Okay, so I'm going to fill in what I know. I got 2 fluffy cloud. B is 3 times sine of 30. So in my handy dandy calculator, I'm going to do sine of 30, close my bracket, times 3. So 2 fluffy bracket, and this is going to be 1.5. So now I want you guys to put the statement in there that makes this true. So is A greater than B of sine A? Is A equal to, or is A less than? Is 2 greater than, less than, or equal to 1.5? It's greater than. What the heck? It's like, it's just my computer's going crazy. Okay, so we know that this is the scenario. So if I go back to my list, if A is greater than B sine A, there's 2 solutions. FYI, you need to show me this, and you need to show me this statement here to get the marks. It's kind of like doing a check in like radicals or verifying or whatever. That gives you a half mark. This way I know that you understand ambiguous cases. And if you don't do it and you just do one solution, you will get some marks for that, okay? But I'd rather that you actually check, and I know I'm going into it, I've got 2 triangles. All right, so here we go with our 2 triangles. I'm gonna make my triangle a little bit bigger than I normally do. So I'm gonna label my biggest triangle first. So I'm always gonna put my matching set angle in the left-hand corner, and I'm always gonna put my side B next to my angle, adjacent to my angle. Ooh, that should have been the letter 3, or the number 3, not the letter. Okay, this is triangle 1. This is solution 1. Okay, that's your first solution. This is just like 2.3. You can go ahead and solve it. So let's go ahead and solve this triangle. Because that's the easiest one, right? Like it's exactly like what we've been doing all along.
Why'd you put 1 solution?
Oh, sorry, not 1 solution. Option 1 is a better. So this is option 1. So let's solve this triangle. So what's going to be the thing that we start solving with first? What did you solve for first in the other one? Angle B, everybody. Angle B is where you're going to start. So we're going to start our set. So 2 over sine 30 equals 3 over sine B. So again, I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. I'm just going to stop here for a second because that's the result of cross multiplying. Like that's it. Like when I cross multiply, that's what I get. But now I need to isolate something. So what am I going to divide by? I'm going to divide that 2 out of there. So angle B is equal to sine -1 times 3. Ooh. Sine 30. I'm trying to make things small and I don't think it's a good idea. I need to just write in my... I do, and I'm not doing a good job. Chris, I don't know how you do it. Like every time I write tiny, I screw it up. I put an M instead of an N and it's too much pressure. Okay, so I'm just putting this all in my calculator. 3 times sine 30 divide by 2. And I'm going to get 49 degrees. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to label this B1 because I have 2 triangles, right? And so there's going to be a second triangle that has a vertice of B. But I'm going to label this one B1. All right, so what is angle C1? 180 minus the 30 minus the 49. That's 150, so 101. Okay, and what's the final piece to this triangle that I have to solve for? Side C. I know you're all excited. So I'm going to go back to my sine law. So I'm going to have 2 over sine 30 equals side C over sine, and it has to be over angle C, so 101. Remember, because they all have to be matching sets. I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. This time I'm going to do it the quick way. So I'm going to have 2 times sine of 101. So when I'm doing this in my head, I'm watching. This is going to go to here, and this one's going to go to here. So I'm going to go 2 times sine in my head, and I know I'll have to divide this side by sine 30. So I'm just going to leave that on the denominator. So I'm just doing it quickly in my head. Did you guys know that if this is the biggest angle, then C will be the biggest side? Think about it. If my angle is pretty small, you guys can't see this at home, I'm making hand gestures. If my angle is really small, this side's going to be really small. But if I open up this angle, my side's going to get bigger, right? So if you have the biggest angle up top here, then this should be your biggest side. This is just ways for you to check, like you're not going to be tested on that. But it's just a way to check that you got the right answer. So 2 times sine 101 divide by sine 30. Close my bracket on that. And I get 3.93. And I'm going to say that that is side C1. Is that my biggest side? Yeah, because it's my biggest angle, right? So the side across from your angle. So what side's going to be the smallest? With the small, yeah, exactly. With the smallest angle will be the smallest side length, right? It's just proportionate. Okay, so that was really easy, but we still have another possibility. So the other possibility is when this arm swings inside here. So, and it's only the A arm that swings. I'm just going to redraw this triangle. So 30 and 2 and 3. So that's A, that's B, that's C. Nothing's really changed, but now it's like a lever. I've taken this and I'm going to swing it in this way. So now this arm is going to be here. The arm length hasn't changed, so it's also 2. So the triangle for all...
Do you just, doesn't matter where you put the, like, arm? Like, do you have to put it in a certain spot?
Yes.
Why?
Because?
Like, right from C, you have to put it, wait, like, how do you know, is it always supposed to look like that?
Yes. Because it's only the information that you've got that has allowed you to draw the second triangle. So it's that arm A, it's the side A is the one that swings in.
Okay.
So immediately looking at these two triangles, angle C in the big triangle was 101. What do you notice about this angle C? It's not going to be 101, right? You guys would agree with me? It's much tinier. So what do we know about this side C? It's going to be smaller, right? So you went from this big side C to this little tiny side C. Does that make sense? So this was B1. This now is B2. And this would be A2, C2. So angle A stays the exact same. Side A stays the exact same. Side B stays the exact same. So if you don't label your triangle the way I'm showing you how to do it, you're going to end up, if you put B down here, this arm swings in. How can this be 3 and that be 3 as well? Right? So it gets very confusing. So just keep it in the way I've taught you how to label, and hopefully we'll get through this. What was angle B? Angle B was 49. B1 was 49. You guys agree with me? Yeah? Okay.
Wait. Oh.
Are you good, Danica?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's where I was talking about the helping triangle. What do you know about this triangle? And excuse my drawing. Just look at the numbers on it. What kind of triangle is it?
Is it acute?
It might be acute.
Is that what you're looking for?
No, I'm looking for something else that it definitely is. A triangle with two sides that are exactly the same.
Is it like isosceles?
It's an isosceles triangle. Okay, so what do we know about isosceles triangle? Two sides are the same? And what other two things are the same? The angles. So, if this is 49 here, I should not have shaded that in. So my red triangle is an isosceles. Okay, so that's the isosceles triangle. And this is a helping triangle. It's not part of my solutions. It helps us, okay? So what do we know? What angle will also be 49? This one right here, right? Because if you have two sides that are the same, these two angles will also be the same in an isosceles triangle. Okay, doesn't help us so far because we're looking for the yellow triangle. We're looking for the interior angles of the yellow triangle. But what do you know about the measure of the angle of a straight line? 180 degrees. So what is angle B2?
Is it 180 minus 49?
Beauty. 180 minus 49. So do you see how that helping triangle, knowing that it was an isosceles, we didn't have to do any sine law to get there. What was that? 130, 131? Thanks. Oh. B2. Now notice I labeled that angle B2. So Pablo, you would ask me, I'm assuming Pablo's here, I haven't checked. Pablo, you would ask me, do you need to use the angle symbol? I find using the angle symbol helpful, especially when I'm dealing with letter C's. They're nice to indicate that, you know, obviously I'll know it's an angle because you put a degree sign, but what?
Will it always be an isosceles triangle?
Yes.
Okay.
Because your A arm is the one that's swinging. So if it was 2 out here, we're not changing the length of it when we swing it in like that. We're just drawing it in a different position.
Okay.
I can prove this to you. We can get protractors out and rulers. It's super fun. No?
What is a protractor?
Unnecessary.
I like it. Unnecessary. Okay, so if we know B2 is 131, what can we find? Angle C. So C2 is going to be 180 minus 30 minus 131. That's going to be a 19.
Do we still have to find side C?
We do, yes, because we're solving for all the things. But these two weren't hard. Like they were just minusing from 180, right? And we anticipated that angle C was going to be significantly smaller than C1, and it should be, right? So now we're going to do sine law to solve for our side C2. So I'm still going to use my set 2 and sine 30. And I'm going to solve for side C2 over sine of 19. And I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply that in my head. I'm just showing off now.
Yeah, you're going very fast.
Sorry. Well, you're going to find that this is going to take up... Yeah, for sure. Go. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't look anybody in the eye. It was like, I felt like there was a presence standing next to me. And then I was like, but math is important. Who knows?
Are we done?
Why are you so grumpy this morning, Danica?
Is the question over?
The question is over because we've solved all the parts of both the triangles. So we have 6 pieces of information for each triangle. 3 I gave you, 3 you found. Everybody good with that?
We are going to have to use loosely.
Why?
This time.
Oh, for this assignment. We still have one more example,
Oh
people.
my god.
You mean 3 you found and we just copied?
True story. Well, no, 3 I gave you. They were like little presents. I gave you 3. Okay. All right. So, for this one, A is it greater than B or less than B?
Why don't we do this one by ourselves?
Okay. Do it by yourselves. At least tell me how many
Not
solutions.
The entire thing.
Yeah, the entire thing.
Goodbye.
You just have to love her, Miss Bell.
I do. There is no question that I love Danica. No question. Okay. So this is where you get to do your fluffy cloud. Anybody? How many solutions do I have? I like how your eyes just like downcast, Evan, like just, I'm not being part of this anymore. So 3 is greater than 2. And so if I go back to my sheet here, if A is greater than B sine A, we have 2 solutions. So this is going to tell me I have 2 solutions. Okay, I'm gonna hit pause. I'm not gonna hit pause. I can't pause on this video, so I'm gonna do my math over here. You guys are gonna do your math on your pages. And we're gonna just run this video with a lot of us not talking. And I'd like you guys to at least get that first triangle done. That's nice and easy. That's your sine law. No judgment here. But you really do need to set it up the way I explained to you. And remember, you don't want to round your answers until the very end, right? So you want to be using your calculator to do the work for you. Basil, did you get in trouble? No. I love it. This is going to be a fun video to watch. Not a lot of talking. Okay, so I got my answers. Yeah. But I've been doing it for years, right? Like, I just, let me know when you want me to put my answers up there. retail. And this was back in the day where we had like the 2 Christmas CDs, right? And you played them over and over and over again.
No, it's the same songs all the time. And it's been the same song since November 12th. It's horrendous.
Miss Scallion,
Yep.
if you found side C, can you round it or no?
Yes, once you found side C,
Side C.
yeah, round it to 2 decimal places.
Okay.
Which side C did you find, the first one or the second one?
First one.
Nice. So the good thing is that you all can do sign law, because you all did your homework this weekend, of course. And so at least you're gonna get part marks, right? You're all gonna get full marks. I don't love this Christmas holiday. Like, we get off really early and then we come back really early. I like it when like we get off really, really close to Christmas and then we don't have to come back till like January 8th or something like that. I prefer that Christmas holiday. Just so you all know my Christmas preferences. The good news is no one's traveling anywhere.
Miss Scallion,
Yes, Danica.
just so like I'm on the right track. For the second triangle,
Yep.
is the side on the left, like side C?
Nope. The side on the bottom will always be side C.
You're right. Okay. Is the side on the left side B?
Yes.
Long.
I just threw up my second triangle there. You can see it on the screen.
Okay, wait.
You can also see 2 of my answers from the first triangle. So,
No. Okay, wait. So side B is 4, and then side C. Wait. So side C.
mm-hmm.
Never mind. It's good. I'm good.
You're good? Just need to talk
Yes.
it through? Perfect.
I still don't know how to do the title for this unit.
Ooh.
Because I was gonna do the shadow thing,
Mm-hmm.
but like the yellows are like the same color. So
Ooh.
it wouldn't make a difference.
Not a very good shadow.
And then someone hacked me my Pinterest account, so I have to recover it. I need my
Hack a Pinterest
That's what
account.
I was wondering.
Do you really, like, I guess if you hacked mine, what would you find? You would find,
Everything you can find is like what's on my account except for like my email.
yeah, like, why would you hack a Pinterest account?
So, because I just got an email this morning. They're like, oh, someone logged into your account, so we logged you out of everything. So I was like, okay, thanks guys. And I haven't done to recover it yet.
Okay, are we good? Can I show you? This is like the longest video pause ever. That wasn't really a pause. Okay.
That was a good 15 minutes of dead silence.
I don't think it was 15 minutes. I think it was more like 8.
15. My math is always correct.
Okay, Xander. Okay, so triangle 1 I have, it's the big fat triangle. It's nice and easy, 2.3. So I got 42 degrees for my angle B, 108 for my angle C, and then side C I got 5.71.
That's where I messed up. Wait.
Did I mess up? I was just doing the math. Like, it's totally possible that I messed up.
Because I did 3 times sine of 8.
Miss Gallen, when you were solving for C2, you wrote 180 minus 132 instead of 138.
Oh. Did I screw that up?
Yeah, it's 12.
Oh. So how many marks would you deduct for that?
Is
I'll say half.
this question would be like 6 marks?
I don't usually give 6 marks for this question. I'll usually make it a 4-mark question because I don't really feel that this and these two warrant full marks. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not giving a point for each one of these. I would have deducted you guys a half mark for the mistake that I made because this should have been an 8 instead of a 2. And this should be a 12, which screws up this. So I would have deducted a half mark for the transcription error, and then I would have given you a follow through. Like, so I would have marked all this math correctly, because you did it correct. I'm just trying to save my bacon here. 12, this would be 12. Gotta redo my math, 3.
1.25 is what I got.
1.25?
Yeah.
Oh, see, transcription error is so hard to deal with.